matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes with the return. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They'll give it to Johnson. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
I get it. It wasn't going to be a positive play. You weren't going to get a lot of yards, but I'd love to see you stick it up in there and hit somebody and finish the play with some physicality and at least pick up one or two.
As long as you don't lose the football. It's already a bad play. Just don't make things worse.
Coach Rick used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe.
Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Wesco. Makes the tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And it'll be down right there. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Clark. Shakes off the defender. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job on the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a number one receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. He lets it fly. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs. Great place to start for this offense. The run inside. It's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one registering his first. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They're all over it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Throwing, Sellers. Makes the catch, it's Harbor. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Follows his blocks. It's Clark. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the...
Throws it deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Oh, that's a play the wide receiver would love to have back. You get those 50-50 opportunities as a wideout. You feel like that's your football. You're going to go high point it, pluck it, and make a play for your quarterback. Missed chance on that play.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Harbor. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fires to the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and long right here. Out wide right, it's Harbor. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Leaves it in his belly. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Just going to keep it after the snap. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on down. It's a fumble! Recovered by the defense, and he's off! They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Second down, gonna throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off the scoreboard.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Driven back.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Left side is Hunt. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Burrowing for yardage. He breaks a tackle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. right side, it's Tuggle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Hits the hole. It's Davidson. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Oh, pressure's coming. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Makes a grab and room to run. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he avoids the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here's Sellers to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Keeps it moving. It's Clark. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Sends it downfield. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Wisconsin, taking on the number 3 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Buckeyes on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Going to take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely... thrown up for a loss.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Throwing, Sellers. Out wide left, it's Clark. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Play fake, Sellers. Moves to his right. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Harbor. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's changing the play. Right back to the well. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Right side, it's Wesco. Turning it on! The 50, the 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Drops back on first down. Hauls it in. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, gonna throw it. Got his man. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Clemson! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a...
Intercepted to stop the threat. Still on his feet. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The corners are walked up tight. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Bolden. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Sellers through the noise. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And that one will put them up here in the second half. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Well, listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football. Make sure you get them on the ground.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Sellers to throw. Caught. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Running inside, it's Clark. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now here's Sellers. Setting up the screen. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
All over him immediately.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sellers. Back's got it on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On the ground, it's Davidson. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Soft spot in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Back's got it on the screen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. There he goes. The 30. Past the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Throwing, Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. pass is incomplete. No good on the two-point conversion. They tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Defense did its job, got the football back, and now they can win it with a field goal. The handoff to Johnson. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. That takes us to the 2-minute timeout. They'll need a bunch on second down. Quick give. It's Davidson. He's got enough. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got the tight end. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with him. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Going to the run, it's Davidson. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They give it back to him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Right at the line. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket.
And wait, they've made a decision here, and they're sending out the field goal unit hoping to get a sure 3. And this field goal might not lock the game away, but you'd be able to hear the tumblers clicking. And it's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.